Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint. I'm here with my Omnibus haul for Tuesday, July 17th, but I probably won't drop this video for a couple of days. But pretty nice haul. I didn't expect to get all these books, but there was a lot of things that came out last Tuesday, so let's take a look at them. Alright, first things first, I got Superman Blue, trade paperback. This is volume 1. I've always wanted to read this. I first got into reading comics around the time of Death of Superman and then Reign of the Supermen, where the 4 Supermen come and take over in his place. And then shortly after that, there was this Superman Blue, where he's like this lightning-powered thing, and then there's Superman Red or whatever. And I know it's not like the best Superman run ever, but it's like 90s nostalgic shit for me. $25 cover price. All this was an in-stock trades haul, so obviously it was heavily discounted. This collects Superman 122 through 125, Action Comics 732 through 734, Adventures of Superman 545 through 547, Man of Steel 67 through 69, and Superman Annual 9. So this is the first 4 volumes. So I guess they're going to be 4 volumes of this. I'm in for that. Alright guys, so here's the Superman Blue. 90s Copper Age art, which is really my favorite art before they got too digital with it, before they did computerized coloring. This one looks a little bit more modern than what I typically like. Like, the Death of Superman is the epitome of, like, Copper Age stuff for me. I think, actually, they consider the Death of Superman the end of the Copper Age and the beginning of the Marvel Age. So there goes Superman Blue. I have no idea why he looks like that, what happened to his powers. But I'm interested to read this and find out. It's kind of like when I got out of reading comics as a kid. So, there goes some of the artwork for that. Oh, here's the back. Actually, I guess I should show you guys the back and everything. There you go. Next up, I have the last book that we needed to finish off the Valiant Deluxe Edition read-through, Act 2. This is The Adventures of Archer and Armstrong. So this collects issues 1 through 12 of that run, and Armstrong and the Vault of Spirits number 1. $50 cover price. Archer and Armstrong, I do enjoy. I've read... Did I read the first 2 volumes? Anyway, you got your black canvas book. It's a good read, so I enjoy the characters. We're going to dig into this. You get that cover on the dust jacket. Here's the back. $50 cover price, like I mentioned. Keeping consistent with the all black canvas type hardcover. Same with the spine. Nothing on the back. All of the got a yellow there. All of the artwork in the Valiant universe is pretty consistent. Modern art. Goes the cover. I already stretched out my spine, so unfortunately you guys didn't get to see it. So it doesn't look like anything groundbreaking in these panels. Just clean art. You're really reading Archer and Armstrong for the writing. That looks dope. Next up on the list is Abe Sapien. This is not really volume 3. It's the 3rd hardcover in this run, but it's just The Drowning and Other Stories. Collects Abe Sapien paperback volumes 1, 2, and 9. $35 cover price. I read all the Hellboy books, but BPRD and Abe Sapien I have not. I have a lot of reading to do to get caught up on that. This is another one that just has a black canvas hardcover. But we'll take a look at the insides now. All right, Abe Sapien, The Drowning and Other Stories. Mike Mignola, again on the artwork, so he's got that very 4-palette kind of artwork. Very dark looking. Here's the back. These volumes also have those kind of plain black canvas hardcovers. They're very consistent with their stuff. Now, I don't know if Mike did the interiors or just covers or what. But it always has that kind of dark vibe to it. If you don't know who this guy is, he's like that fish aquatic guy if you've ever seen the movie. But these stories are like so much better than the movies. The movies made it out to be so like funny and comedic, and it's really not like that. So I guess Mike Mignola did a lot of the writing. He probably just wrote it. This doesn't look like any of his artwork in here. Sketches in the back. Alright, I mentioned having a bigger haul, and I wasn't really expecting it. This is one of the reasons, this big-ass Omnibus Ex Machina. I'm familiar with the name. I'm pretty sure it was a movie or an anime or something like that. I hear a lot of great things about it. 1,400-page book. I'm excited to jump into this. This collects the entire series. Does it tell me the issues? No. But it collects the whole series. It has a $150 cover price. It's got a nice wraparound cover. Let's see if I can open this thing up for y'all. There you go. And, yeah, let's take a look at some of the artwork in there. $150 cover price on this bad boy. I don't know anything about this. It's a Vertigo title. Vertigo has great stories. It's like DC's Max line, right? It's like DC's darker, more mature line. That's where you get Sandman. That's where you get V for Vendetta. Where you get Preacher, Y the Last Man. So I'm sure it's up there with those titles. Take off the dust jacket here. I already showed you guys that it has this wraparound cover. So you don't really need to see it all again. Let's look at some of the artwork in this thing. It's a big, thick omnibus. Reminds me of like Invisibles. Let's take a look at some of the art here. Yeah, it looks like what you would expect for like a well-written comic. It doesn't look like it's a superhero action-pack blockbuster, so I'm sure it's a good story. Looks pretty cool. Let's not go to the end because we'll get some spoilers, panels or something. That's what we're looking like. Pretty cool to get the whole run in the Omni. Alright, next up is another one that I didn't know anything about. I had it on my wish list on In Stock Trades. Basically, if it says Omnibus, I have it on my wish list. The only thing I know about this book is that it's drawn by Humberto Ramos, who was not my favorite Spider-Man artist. He did a lot of stuff with Dan Slott. But the thing about this book, it's a Boom Studios Absolute Edition style type of book. It has like a $125 cover price. But what I didn't know, that most people who were in the know knew, is that Amazon had this on for like a $30 pre-order for a long-ass time. And everybody kind of assumed that it was a mistake, it was an error, they weren't going to ship and honor that price, but they did. I got this discounted. I think I paid $85 for this, so I think it was like a $150 book, actually. The Complete Crimson Omnibus, which is really an absolute, from an artist that was one of my least favorite Spider-Man artists, but you know what? I thought it would be cool to do a blind buy, jump into something new, and maybe I just didn't like him on Spider-Man. Well, let's take a look and see how he did on the Complete Crimson. Alright, we already kind of talked a lot about the Complete Crimson Omnibus. Boom Studios kind of style of an Absolute Edition. Humberto Ramos. Again, I don't know anything about this. Here goes the actual hardcover. Fuck. Just what I didn't want to do. Here's some of the artwork. You can tell Ramos' artwork. He's one of those artists that has very distinct style. Last but not least, probably one of my most sought out hardcovers of the year. Joe Jusko's Marvel Masterpieces hardcover book. I guess you could call it an artist edition. It is published by IDW, who typically does those artist editions. Joe Jusko is the reason why I'm into comics. His 1992 Marvel Masterpiece trading cards got me into the hobby. That was the first and only set that he did the entire set of cards as, hand painted images until his 2016 trading card set. Now the thing with that set is it's released in modern times where variants and 1 out of 1,000 sketch cards and one of a kind sketch cards, you can basically never get the whole set. Plus they're super thick and they're like 3 cards per $12 pack, so forget all that. Anyway, they went ahead and released all of the card images, paintings in this hardcover book, which I thought it was awesome. I wish they would do that with the 92 masterpieces, the 96 by Boris and Julie. This had a, I don't know, what was it, $60 cover price. We're going to flip through and look at the pages and all of Joe Jusko's glory. Super excited for this. One of my favorite books that I got this year. Was in the building. All right, so the last book, last but not least, the Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpiece Artist Edition. There goes the front with Spidey, the spine. The back is nothing crazy. Let's spend a little bit of time on the inside of this. What you basically get is every painting from the 2016 Marvel Masterpiece. On the left, he talks a little bit about it and shows the process of drawing it, and then the final painted version. So it goes Black Bolt, here goes Blade, Doctor Doom, Fing Fang Foom, like Gwen Stacy, Tiger Shark. So really cool book. I definitely am going to read this thing. It goes Hulk, because I want to hear what. A lot of these I haven't even seen these pictures, and then I want to read what what he said about them. Spider-Man versus Moreland, Hercules versus Thor, Iron Man versus Fing Fang Foom, Gladiator, Magneto versus Apocalypse. Good looking stuff, y'all. All right, y'all, so that's the Omnibus haul from In Stock Trades for today. It was quite a big haul, a lot of cool books. That Marvel Masterpiece, man, that's my joint right there. 2 blind buys of huge books that have complete stories. That's Superman Blue, Archer, and Armstrong, so I'm psyched to jump into some of these. Make sure to hit that like on the way out. Drop me a comment on what you thought about the haul. Don't ask me about Ex Machina, and I'm probably not even saying that right, or Crimson, because I haven't read them. But, drop me a line. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Omnibus hauls, statue reviews, recent reads, Comic-Con footage. And y'all stay minty fresh. Peace.